Welcome to biology class children. Today we are going to discuss chapter 3 transportation, the circulatory system. Chapter 3 transportation, the circulatory system we are going to discuss. What do you know about the circulatory system? Circulatory system is useful for transportation of materials in our body. Okay, so circulatory system is useful for the transportation of materials in our body. What do you know about this part? This is our heart. It's a medullary organ. It's a medullary organ which is useful for the transportation of materials in our body from one place to another place. It acts as like a electric pump. It acts as like a electric pump. Okay, so our heart is useful for the transportation or circulation of material from one place to another place. In our surroundings there is a chance to see intercellular, unicellular organisms and also multicellular organisms. Do the unicellular organisms contains heart? No. In unicellular organisms there is no chance to see any heart, but in multicellular organisms, example plants and animals. Plants and animals are multicellular organisms. Do the plants contains heart? No. Plants doesn't contains heart in it for the transportation. So plants contains xylem and phloem for the transportation of water and food materials. But in case of animals, in case of some animals only we can find this medullary organs. Which animals contains these medullary organs we are going to discuss, and how does the heart can transfer the materials in our body from one place to another place we are going to discuss in this lesson. Let us see in lower organisms. Lower organisms means in unicellular organisms like amoeba, hydra. These both are unicellular organisms. All the materials can be transported through a simple process like diffusion or osmosis, etc. Already in chapter 1 we discussed nutrition in amoeba and hydra. In amoeba and hydra, nutrition of materials can be done with the help of same process, diffusion. So here also transportation of materials can be done with the help of diffusion or osmosis. Do you know the difference between diffusion and osmosis? In ninth class you have studied diffusion. In diffusion, materials transportation we can see from higher concentration to lower concentration. Example, a scent bottle. Scent particles. If you open the scent bottle, scent particles will move from high concentration to lower concentration. Let us see osmosis. It is completely reverse to diffusion. Okay, in diffusion, high concentration to lower concentration materials transportation we can see, but in osmosis, lower concentration to higher concentration we can see the material transportation. Let us see. In higher animals with trillions of cells in their body adopt the medium of diffusion and osmosis only for the bulk movement of materials would takes years. Okay, in higher animals means in humans and also in other animals there is a chance to see trillions of cells in their body. Trillions, so many uncountable cells are there. So many trillions are there. Trillions cells are there. So these all the cells are useful for the bulk movement of materials in our body. Next, to avoid the delay, a separate system is needed to carry the materials for faster and more efficiently. So to avoid the delay in the material supply, in our body or in other living organisms body, we have a separate system for the transportation of materials efficiently. Efficiently means accurately. This special system that is developed by the organism is called circulatory system. Which system it is? Circulatory system. So in order to transport the materials, in order to delay the materials transportation, we have a separate system. That system is called circulatory system. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to see the circulatory system. Let us see activity 1. Here in activity 1 we are going to observe the pulse. We are going to observe the pulse. What do you know about this part? This part is wrist. This part is wrist. Try to touch your wrist at the bottom of your thumb. This is thumb. At the bottom of your thumb with your left hand 2 fingers or right hand 2 fingers. Then you can feel a blood vessel is moving at the wrist. A blood vessel is moving. That vessel is called pulsative vessel. That vessel is called pulsative vessel. Here this vessel is called pulsative vessel. This pulsative vessel always moves upward and downward. Upward and downward. పైకి కిందికి అలా మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. సో మీ ఎల్బో దగ్గర టచ్ చేస్తే మీరు ఫీల్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో దాన్ని ఏమంటారు అంటే పల్సేటివ్ వెస్సెల్ అంటారు. ఇట్ ఇండికేట్స్ the number of heartbeats in your body. Okay, let us see this table. Serial number 1, 2, 3. Name of the persons. Person A, B, C. Next, let us see pulse rate per minute. We need to count. At rest after jogging. So at rest after jogging also we need to identify the pulse rate of a person. Let us see person A. At rest his pulse rate is 72 per minute. Next, after jogging 85. Person B at rest 68. After jogging 82. Person C at rest 66. After jogging 88. If you observe this total table, there is a chance to see person A, person B, person C at rest. They are having a pulse rate very low when compared to the pulse rate after jogging. Let us see 70 to 85 increased, 68 to 82 increased in person C, 66 to 88 increased. What it indicates? After jogging or after doing any vigorous exercises, our pulse rate means heartbeat will gradually increases. Okay, table 1 gives us information about pulse rate. How does it changes? When we take some rest, its pulse rate is gradually low. After jogging or after doing any exercises, pulse rate goes up. Otherwise, pulse rate goes down. Okay. Let us see activity 2. Basing on the table 1, what we can conclude, pulse rate will goes up after jogging or after any vigorous exercises, but at rest pulse rate is low or goes down. What it indicates? Person A, B, C at rest 72, 68, 66. So what it indicates? Pulse rate varies from person to person and situation to situation. Pulse rate is not same in all the humans. It can be changed from person to person and also situation to situation. So it is not constant. Then you afraid or excited, the pulse rate goes up. When does the pulse rate goes up? When you are doing jogging or vigorous exercises, or if you afraid, or if you or in younger, the pulse rate goes up. Okay, There is a relationship between the pulse rate and heartbeat of our heart. Pulse rate nothing but heartbeat. Heartbeat nothing but pulse rate. Both are equal to each other. Let us see. For this, you have to make your own stethoscope. So here in this activity 2, we are going to see the preparation of stethoscope, own stethoscope. This stethoscope is called a matchstick stethoscope. Matchstick stethoscope. It is very important, children. For 2 marks 2 years back in final examinations, this activity 2 was given by the AP state government. Let us see. Here for this we need to take a shirt button and inside a matchstick in it. So this is matchstick. This is shirt button. So if you inside matchstick in the shirt button, then what will happen? What will happen? Matchstick stethoscope will be prepared. Now take that matchstick stethoscope, keep it at the bottom to your thumb or on the wrist and observe what will happen. Here on the wrist we can see a pulsative vessel. This pulsative vessel moves up and down, up and down. So because of the presence of pulsative vessel here, this matchstick stethoscope also moves up and down, up and down. Now we need to count down the movements of this matchstick stethoscope. How many times it moves per a minute? If you count down the matchstick stethoscope movements or matchstick movements per a minute, then it becomes heartbeat or pulse rate of that particular person. Let us see this. Do you know? In newborn babies means 0 to 3 months babies, the heartbeat is 100 to 150. Very high. In newborn babies, 100 to 150 times heartbeats we can see per minute. Next, infants. Infants means 3 to 6 months. 90 to 120 beats we can see per minute. Next, infants. Again, infants. 6 to 12 months. 80 to 120 beats. Children over 10 years. 1 to 10 years. 70 to 130 beats we can see. Next, children over 10 years and adults, including senior citizens also. Over 10 years means 10 సంవత్సరాల కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు, అడల్ట్స్ అంటే మిడిల్ ఏజ్లో ఉన్నవాళ్ళు యూత్. నెక్స్ట్ సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ అంటే పెద్దవాళ్ళు. వీళ్ళందరిలో కూడా ఎంత ఉంటుంది హార్ట్ బీట్ పర్ మినిట్? 60 to 100. అంటే 60కి ఎక్కువ, 100కి తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది పర్ మినిట్. నెక్స్ట్ well-trained athletes means like PT Usha, Milkha Singh, etc. Like well-trained athletes, their heart gives 40 to 60 beats per minute. Their heart gives 40 to 60 beats per minute. Let us see children over 10 years, adults including senior citizens. How many beats we can see per minute? 60 to 100. 60 to 100 beats we can see per minute. It is very important. Next, in the year 1816, Rene Laennec discovered the stethoscope. What do you know about the use of stethoscope? Stethoscope is useful to know the heartbeats, number of heartbeats per minute in a human. So who discovered a stethoscope in 1816? Rene Laennec discovered the stethoscope. By the discovery of stethoscope, doctors used to hear heartbeats by keep ear on the chest of the patient. Before the discovery of stethoscope, In 1816, Rene Laennec discovered the stethoscope. But before the discovery of stethoscope, doctors what they did, simply they kept their ear on the chest of patient to listen the heartbeat. Laennec found that paper tube helps us to hear the heartbeat perfectly. Then he used bamboo instead of a paper tube to hear the heartbeat. In initial days of his inventions, he used a paper tube to hear the heartbeat perfectly. But later he used bamboo pipe. Bamboo means it looks like our PVC pipe. Bamboo అంటే వెదురుతో చేసినటువంటి వెదురు ఉంటుంది కదా, వెదురు బొంగులు అంటారు, వెదురు వాసాలు అంటారు. సో వాటితో చేసిన చిన్న పైప్ లాంటి దాన్ని తీసుకొని ఏం చేసేవాడు, హార్ట్ బీట్ని వినేవాడు. లెనాక్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ స్టెథోస్కోప్. ఆ వెదురు బొంగుని ఏమని పిలిచాడు, స్టెథోస్కోప్ అని పిలిచాడు. ఓకేనా. అది ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకి పీవీసీ పైప్ అవైలబుల్ అవుతుంది కదా, సో అలా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. హోలోగా ఉంటుంది మిడిల్లో. సో ఒక చిన్న పైప్ లాగా ఉండి మిడిల్ మొత్తం ఎలా ఉంటుంది, హోలోగా ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇలా అది బ్యాంబూ పైప్ అనమాట. ఆ బ్యాంబూ పైప్ని యూజ్ చేసుకుని హార్ట్ బీట్ వినేవాడు. Come to activity 3. In this activity 3, we have table 2. Serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, name of the students. We need to consider 5 students. First one, Ishwar. And his heartbeat at rest per minute, we need to identify 72. Pulse rate at rest per minute 72. Here, Varun. Heartbeat at rest 70, at rest pulse rate 70. Nikhil, heartbeat at rest 68, pulse rate at rest 68. Charan, heartbeat at rest 71, pulse rate at rest 71. Hari, heartbeat at rest 69, pulse rate at rest 69. What it indicates, by considering this table, we can conclude that the number of heartbeat at rest per minute is equal to pulse rate at rest per minute, or number of heartbeat after jogging or after doing any exercises is equal to pulse rate or after doing any jogging or exercises. Okay, what it indicates, heartbeat always indicates is equal to the pulse rate. Heartbeat nothing but pulse rate. Already I told you, heartbeat nothing but pulse rate. If you draw the graph between students and their heartbeats, there is a chance to see two bars like this manner. Here blue bar, and also we can see red bar. What it indicates, blue bar indicates heartbeat, red bar indicates pulse. Blue bar indicates heartbeat, red bar indicates pulse. Okay, so if you observe these two bars, there is a chance to see two bars are in equal manner. What it indicates, heartbeat is equal to pulse rate, heartbeat is equal to pulse rate is equal to heartbeat. Okay children, now let us come to the discussion of heart. Heart is a vital organ. Vital means very very important organ. The heart, it is the beat of the heart which keeps us alive. So హార్ట్ ఈజ్ యూజ్ఫుల్ టు కీప్స్ అస్ అలైవ్. ఆ హార్ట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, మనల్ని బ్రతికి ఉంచడానికి హార్టే కారణం అన్నమాట. నెక్స్ట్, హార్ట్ ఈజ్ లొకేటెడ్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ద లంగ్స్ అండ్ ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ బై రిబ్ కేజ్. లెట్ us see here, this part is chest. In this part there is a chance to see lungs. So heart is located in between lungs. How many lungs we have? 2 lungs. So heart is located in between lungs and it is protected by a rib cage. Here we have bones. So these bones are called rib cage bones. So it is protected in between lungs and covered by rib cage bones. Next, the size of your heart is approximately equal to your fist. Fist means మణికట్టు అంటారు. అంటే ఇదన్నమాట. మీ హార్ట్ ఎంత సైజులో ఉంటుంది అనేది తెలుసుకోవడానికి ఏం చేయాలి, మీ ఫిస్ట్ని ఇలా క్లోజ్ చేయాలి. ఇలా క్లోజ్ చేస్తే ఇంత ఉంటుంది. సో మీ హార్ట్ సైజు మీ ఫిస్ట్ సైజ్కి ఈక్వల్గా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. యువర్ హార్ట్ సైజ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు యువర్ ఫిస్ట్. ఓకే, లెట్ us see in this figure 3 location of the heart. Where is it located? Heart is located in between lungs and it is protected by rib cage and it bends towards right or left. Let us see, this is left, this is right, and it is slightly bends towards left. Let us see, this is structure of heart, external structure of heart. So today we discussed introduction of chapter 3. Tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss remaining topics in this chapter 3, children. Okay, thank you.